He followed the man wearing Snake's clothes to door 3. When the man stopped, he walked up behind him quietly and called out, "Snake! Who the fuck's this guy?"
What the hell?
The man turned to look at Ace. He said nothing. No words came out of his half-open mouth. He seemed dazed somehow, almost like a man half asleep.
What the hell?
Perhaps he had been drugged! It didn't matter to Ace. Ace was certain the man was Snake. He knew Snake had been part of the notary game 9 years before. Snake hadn't recognized Ace immediately, but he was blind. That much made sense. Why then hadn't Snake said anything to him? Surely he hadn't forgotten what had happened to him in the notary game, but not once had he attempted to confront Ace. Perhaps his lack of sight had prevented him from recognizing Ace. Or perhaps Snake had conspired with Zero to deceive Ace. In either event, he was a threat, and it was better to deal with him sooner rather than later. Ace's mind was made up. He moved. He held the number 9 bracelet over the RED. He waved his own bracelet in front of the RED and finally grabbed Snake's arm and shoved his hand against the scanner panel. The door opened. Ace threw the man through it. 9 seconds later, the door shut. Holy shit. 81 seconds passed. The man inside the door passed away. Just say he died. What's with this euphemism? Anyway. After that, I returned to my post as though nothing had happened. After conducting my own search, I returned to the large hospital when the 1 AM bell rang. Ace's eyes were cold and his cheeks were hollow and pallid. When he spoke, only his lips and tongue moved. The rest of his face was eerily still. What the fuck? Junpei glared at Ace. He took a deep breath and thought about the next question he had to ask. He didn't want to. He knew what the answer would be. Oh yes, he just didn't want to hear it. Junpei swallowed and spoke. Ace, did you kill Clover? Yes.
No!
Why?
Bastard!
Why did you kill her? She was Snake's sister. It was possible he had told her something dangerous. Additionally, she had gone through door 1. It seemed likely she might have found it. Found what? Why don't you go through door 1 yourself? Perhaps it's hidden somewhere.
Oh, he's being a tricksy hobbit.
He knows something we don't. Seven and Lotus interrupted.
Yeah, but Lotus and I went through door 1 too. We didn't see anything suspicious.
Yes, I thought as much after I heard you report at the central stairs. I doubt the two of you could find it.
Nah.
But perhaps Clover was different. Perhaps she had found it. I was, therefore, desperate to find her. And at last I did, in the first-class cabin. I spoke very calmly. Did you see it? See what? I'm just gonna do her voice out or something.
Alright.
Don't act as if you don't understand. You were in the captain's quarters, weren't you? Huh? What are you talking about? Huh. Very well. By the way, what are you doing here, Clover? What? Nothing. There's blood on your shoes. It looks fresh. Did you go and take a look at the 9th man's corpse? Oh shit. I see. Your silence suggests that you noticed. You saw something, didn't you? You saw that his bracelet was gone. Clover ran. She made for the exit, but Ace stood in her way. You aren't going anywhere. He caught her by the collar as she passed and threw her to the floor hard. She leapt back up and darted past him into the hallway. Ace followed at a run. Fuck. He was faster. Oh shit. Oh my. That sound effect is so crazy.
No. She's all dead and her butt's out.
Aw. And that's how I killed Clover. His face hadn't changed. If he felt guilt or remorse or anything one might feel after taking the life of another human being, it didn't show.
You son of a bitch!
Seven's whole body trembled with rage and his voice rumbled with hate. Santa's eyes were bloodthirsty and Lotus and June's face were distorted by anger and hatred. Ace looked at them and smiled. It was a cold, cruel thing with no humor in it. He shook his head and sighed. I admit it, I have lost completely and utterly. But don't misunderstand, Junpei. I didn't lose to you. I lost to Zero, not you. I'm rather disgusted with myself for falling into such a simple trap. And it was a trap, make no mistake. I was trapped and manipulated by Zero. The man I killed in the shower room, if he wasn't Snake, then I have no idea who he was. But he was wearing Snake's clothes, and that was no coincidence. He'd also been injected with something that had reduced his cognition and prevented him from identifying himself or resisting me. And we can't forget the components that were removed from the RED before we arrived. I have no doubt that Zero planned all of this. Zero made sure I would kill that man. It follows, of course, that Zero knew everything I would do. That I would try to take the number 9 bracelet. That I would try to kill Snake. Everything. Suddenly, Junpei remembered the paper he found in the safe. He remembered the last words Zero had written on it. I must punish them for the innocent lives they sacrificed. This is the only warning they will receive. That innocent souls might be saved, I now state the truth. Sorry, Zero. And remembered other words that he heard from Clover. I think Zero is... Oh, did you want to do it?
Yeah, sure, why the hell not?
Go ahead.
I think Zero is one of us.
That was quick.
One by one, Junpei looked at the 5 people standing in front of him. Ace, Santa, June, 7, Lotus. Zero is one of us. No, Junpei paused. There was one more person. Snake. It was clear now that the man who died in the shower room was not Snake. That man, the Snake, was almost certainly still alive. Perhaps Snake was Zero. Perhaps Snake had made Guy X wear his clothes so that it would appear to be dead. Where was Snake now? Perhaps he was somewhere, laughing at them. If he was Zero, surely he had lied about many other things. Was he watching them?
Creepy.
Oh man. No,
It's just like I'm witnessing this live.
Hey, you are, nigga.
It's like I'm not even doing anything. I'm just sitting here like, oh.
Oh man. Alright. Well, it's almost done, so don't worry. Just stick with me a little bit longer, bro. Okay. Well, I believe I finished my confession. Why don't we get moving? He sounded as if he just finished doing nothing more than more exciting than describing the weather. For Santa, it was the last straw.
What the hell is this shit? You aren't going anywhere, you dirty son of a bitch. We're gonna leave your stupid ass here to rot in hell.
Nice cover. Why? Because I killed Clover? That's ridiculous. Why are you so upset I killed that little bitch?
How dare you, sir?
She was nothing to you. A stranger you only met a few hours ago. Am I wrong?
You bastard!
7 roared and lifted a fist that would likely have shattered Ace's jaw. But someone else was faster.
What the 5 fingers say to the face?
It was Lotus. She stepped toward Ace, raised a fist of her own,
Slap!
and drove it straight into his nose. Huh, you got some fire, don't you? I confess, I rather like a tough woman.
With
He
huge
sniffed
tits.
and wiped a small trickle of blood from his nose and raised an eyebrow. Uh-oh.
Well, maybe you'd like another one then?
Before that, let me give you one of my own. Oh shit.
Huh?
Lotus scarcely had time to blink. Ace, oh my god, snaked his arms around her and pulled Lotus's back up against him. In the same motion, he reached into his coat pocket.
Oh.
Fuck!
Oh.
It was a gun. The revolver. Almost lazily, he tilted it to the point. Oh my god, at Lotus's head. Any of you so much as blink, I won't hesitate to pull this trigger. I've already killed 2. No, 3 people. Don't think I'm not ready to make it 4. What does it mean, 3?
Yeah, where'd the third person come from?
Interesting. Let's keep an eye on that. Okay, don't think I'm not ready to make it 4.
3 people. What do you mean?
Very well. Let me take this opportunity to illuminate you. The person who killed the 9th man was me. Although I suppose, to be more accurate, I encouraged him to get himself killed. While we were examining the main staircase, he came to me and told me his name. I recognized it at once, so I gave him a little push. Just a little white lie. It seemed the settings for the DEAD were altered. Now it only requires a single person to deactivate the detonator in the bracelet. Investigate what's beyond door 5. We'll meet again later. Okay, have a good one, guys. I'm going off ahead now. Well then. Shit! Why isn't it stopping? God damn it! You lied! Open the door, please! I'm begging you! Help me!
No, I don't like your voice.
Get me out of here! What's up?
There's nothing.
Okay. Get me out of here! That's what I would imagine he would sound like. Oh God! Listen, okay, yeah, I remember this part. Why doesn't he just say it was Ace? Like I said this earlier, didn't I? Like, oh shit, and the bomb blows up.
Curb slice.
Yes. I had 4 reasons for killing him. 1.
Only 4 reasons and not 9?
Yeah, right? As I said before, in the notary game, the number 9 bracelet is of utmost importance. They had followed him to keep such a useful tool, or it would become a threat to me. As such, I decided that he should be eliminated early on. 2. I wanted the number 9 bracelet. If I could manage to obtain it, I would be able to manipulate the game as I saw fit. I would be unable to acquire the bracelet unless its owner was dead. 3. Even setting aside his number, he would have been nothing but trouble for me. He was aware of my past. He knew what happened here 9 years ago. It was important that I eliminate him before he was able to disseminate this information. I never heard that word. Okay, 4. Lastly, I wish to conduct a simple test. A test to see if this notary game was serious or a poor attempt at a joke. I needed to be quite sure. As such, I encouraged him to act against the rules so that I might observe the outcome. Junpei glared at him. I don't get your third motive. What the hell happened 9 years ago? Didn't I say the notary game was played? I planned it out. I conducted its execution. Why? What on earth was it supposed to do? I don't really think I have any obligation to tell you that. Ace smirked. He was trying to provoke them, and it was working. Although Ace had paid very little attention to Lotus after catching her, the gun had never wavered from her temple. She looked quite pale, and when she spoke, her voice shook.
What's with this gun? Where did he get this?
Why don't you tell her, Santa? Santa ground his teeth and glared at Ace.
On the other side of door 6, we found a gun in the coffin in the cargo room. Right? The bastard must have grabbed it when we weren't looking.
Indeed I did. That was a pretty serious mistake, you know. Just saying you intended to leave it behind? Ace laughed. A short, derisive snort gave Junpei a sickeningly pitying look. Should I do the laugh or what? Oh. Well, there isn't much time left. I'll be off then.
Where are you going?
Do I really need to explain? I had assumed it would be obvious. I had the number 9 bracelet, and now I have Lotus. Yeah.
Wasn't there a door with a number 9 on it in the room that would look like the church? That's where you're going, isn't it, little girly man?
And how do you know that?
Santa told me about it when we were looking for Clover.
I see. Well, you are correct. That is my destination. But now, I must say adieu to all of you.
So long, farewell, Avina, say goodbye.
Ah, and please, don't forget my warning. Move, and I'll pull the trigger. I don't need her alive to open the door, you know. As he spoke, Ace began backing toward the door, practically dragging Lotus behind him. Junpei Santa, June 7th, stood frozen. Ace had the face of a man gone mad. They had no doubt he would pull the trigger. Ace had reached the exit. He forced Lotus to open it, then turned and addressed them once more. Goodbye. Then he stepped through the door. Holy shit, that's a creepy, spooky ass noise. It fell shut.